Now let's take a look at the weather with Louise Pepper. And how's the start of the new year looking?
Well, it's not been too bad. It's been quite a bright and crisp start today. Plenty of sunshine around, but that's very much going to change tonight. So after a rather chilly afternoon, it's going to be a rather stormy night overnight. If we take a closer look at this afternoon, then, as I say, plenty of sunshine around, quite breezy, the odd isolated shower, but for the most part quite dry. Temperatures around 6 or 7 degrees Celsius, so feeling chillier than it has of late. The Met Office, though, has issued a yellow warning for wind and also for rain overnight tonight. We're expecting gusts of up to 50 to 60 miles an hour, rain at around 20 to 30 millimetres. So if we take a closer look, as I say, quite a clear evening, but the winds will start to pick up and then the rain will join us around midnight. And I'm afraid this is how it's going to pretty much look through to tomorrow afternoon. So temperatures overnight around 4 or 5 degrees Celsius. But this is the picture at around 5 o'clock tomorrow morning, and it's going to stay like that till around 2 or 3 tomorrow afternoon. Wet and windy if you're returning to work tomorrow. Temperatures by the afternoon perhaps a little milder than today. It says 9 degrees, I think probably closer to 10 or 11. Still staying unsettled in the rest of the week.
Thanks, Louise.
Good evening. Well, we've had a fairly bright day, but I'm afraid it's going to turn very wet and windy overnight. In fact, the Met Office has issued a yellow warning for wind and rain. We're expecting gusts of up to 50 to 60 miles an hour through tonight. And if we take a closer look, this evening starts quite clear, but the winds will just start to pick up, and then this storm that's coming in from the Atlantic joins us in the middle of the night and stays with us, in fact, until tomorrow afternoon. So temperatures down to 4 or 5 overnight. And if we look ahead, for many who are returning to work tomorrow, a very wet and windy drive to work through the morning, and it's going to stay that way into the afternoon. Perhaps a little brighter through the afternoon, so a day of contrast. Temperatures a little milder than today as well, around 12 to 13 degrees Celsius. Looking ahead to the rest of the week, still quite unsettled, but perhaps a little bit drier and staying quite chilly. Good evening. Well, we've had a fairly dry and bright day today, but it's going to turn into a very wet and windy night overnight. In fact, the Met Office has issued a yellow warning for wind and rain. We're expecting gusts of wind up to 50 to 60 miles an hour and around 20 to 30 millimetres of rain overnight. So this is pretty much the picture well into tomorrow. So this rain will start around midnight and stay with us through the night, through tomorrow, into tomorrow afternoon. Turning a little brighter during the afternoon, but this is very much the picture for much of the day. Heavy rain, quite windy, but a touch milder at 11 or 12 degrees Celsius, perhaps turning a little colder again for Wednesday.